You have now entered the Stormcast. Cruising speeds are set. The destination has been mapped. You are now on a journey with the greatest host, the Stormcast. Action Jack, Nintendo Cisco, Geronimo, Trey Vito, Sandstorm McDowell. Hypervision goggles should be securely fastened to properly see the truth presented. Get ready, Stormtroopers, for another Stormcast. Grab your snacks, grab your drink. Don't blink, or you'll miss the Stormcast. Here we go.
Take this! Go, go, go!
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here for the 30th anniversary for Pokemon. I'm really excited. We actually aren't really starting the show until 7 o'clock, but I wanted to go ahead and get some of my predictions out of the way. Now, this show started at 9 o'clock this morning, I want to say, but as duty calls, I had to work. So wasn't there for the presentation, but I will say this disclaimer for both this video and future videos where we do live reactions to a lot of the videos and stuff. Every reaction that you get from me is authentic 100%. So I have no clue of what actually happened in the direct at all. I will say the one thing that I did catch is that, in fact, the rumors were true that the 10th generation is called Wind and Wave. I believe that's what it's called. But outside of that, I know nothing. I don't know where it takes place, what it looks like, what the starters were, who was in it, any of that stuff. The customization, I know nothing. I know nothing outside of that. So I'm going in pretty fresh on this to check it out. So one of the so my predictions, obviously, we're gonna see Generation 10. Of course, I'm assuming and predicting that's probably going to be the last thing that we see. Not really any news there. We actually saw the this was like kind of like a bombshell to us. We talked about it last week on the Stormcast, which was that we saw Fire Red and Leaf Green. For those who don't know, Fire Red and Leaf Green are not a remake, more so like kind of like a remake, a mix between a remake and a remaster of the original Red and Green that came out in Japan, or for us, Red and Blue. It actually came out today, the 27th, but we were told about it a couple days ago, so it was kind of like a bombshell. Like, why didn't you save that for the anniversary for the presentation, the Pokemon Presents today? But since we got that a couple days ago, I can't predict that there's going to be like an old school Pokemon game that's going to show up that we're going to get. If I would have predicted it, I would have hoped that it would have been, actually, I wouldn't have mind yellow. As you can see, shout out to Pikachu. But I was also kind of hoping that it would be gold and silver, because we haven't seen those games in a while. Hopefully on the 35th anniversary, or sometime soon, even sooner. I would hope that we get to see that game, because in my opinion, that is the best Pokemon game, hands down, mostly because of how much content that you get in that game, as far as like battling and stuff like that. You are playing between two different areas, between Johto and also Kanto. So you're getting, instead of having to do just the 8 badges, you get to do the 16 badges, and you get to see the old gym leaders as well, and fight the Elite Four twice, but they'll kind of give you like the weak Elite Four and then like them being serious. So that's really fun. What up, Square? Appreciate you coming through, man. But unfortunately, can't predict that one. There is a Pokemon that's on GameCube now that we have access to GameCube, and its library is kind of evolving since the Switch 2's release date. I think Gale of Darkness will probably show up at some point in this Pokemon presentation. I don't know if that's going to be like another Shadow Drop, like boom, here it is, or if it's going to be we finally get to see it in its full resolution, because they kind of all do a resolution bump with every single game that they've shown off, as far as like 64. I don't know if Super Nintendo or Nintendo has one, but 64 and definitely GameCube get some sort of resolution bump, some sort of clarity in both of those games. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Gale of Darkness. So I'm like calling out all these kind of safe bets that we'll see at some point. I don't think we'll see Pokopia. because we just had like a whole presentation about that at the beginning of the week. And while we did not live stream Pocopia, it's not for me, but we will talk about it more tomorrow on the Stormcast, along with the other game that showed up, which was Mario Wonder. But as far as that game, I would have predicted that game would have been here as well, but they had a whole presentation for it, which I'm not surprised because there's so much content added into Pocopia. So Pocopia is not going to be here, but they will probably still talk about the things that they seem to always talk about, which is Pokemon Master, Pokemon Go. Maybe we might get some more conversation about the Japan Pokemon theme park that opened up. There might be some more information on that, which I'm cool with. And I think that's and some of the other mini games. I know there's like a cooking mini game with the Pokemon, and they kind of slowly died or kind of slowly moved away from the puzzle Pokemon game that was there. I feel like there's another Pokemon game somewhere in there. They'll probably talk about that as well. But in a prediction, I would really like to. I'm thinking it's not going to happen because it's been kind of a long time now, but I really would love to see a Pokken Tournament 2 show up here. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Pokken is kind of done, which is unfortunate because I feel like it has a cult following, and I think it could really grow into something a whole lot bigger. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a Pokemon Dungeon or Detective Pikachu, another Detective Pikachu game in this. But that's kind of my predictions so far that I think is going to show up here. I'm kind of a little conservative as far as Pokemon stuff goes because they hit you with a bunch of small stuff at the beginning and then they kind of expand out towards the end. I also wouldn't be surprised if we saw more information on Pokemon Legends ZA, since that's like the latest Pokemon game that's out. If there's any other DLC or they're talking about future DLC, I feel like the DLC just came out for that game. I have not played it yet because my Pokemon, according to Jack, shout outs to Action Jack. According to Jack, you got to be at least to level 100, and my Pokemon are nowhere near that. So I won't be touching the DLC anytime soon, but hopefully one day. With that being said, it looks like we're at our 7:00 time. Now I'm looking over here and it looks like the Pokemon Presents is about 25 minutes. Let me look this up again real quick because I actually have the Japanese one up and we don't want to see the Japanese one. We actually want the official the American one, so we can keep up with everything that's being said. Okay, got to make sure that all my bases are covered. We're all set. Let me bring up the presentation. There we go. Got that all set. And let me do a little bit of adjustments here real quick. There we go. That looks nice. I like that. All right. So without further ado, let's just jump right into this. I'm excited to check this out. Very interested in seeing where this goes. All right, here we go. So many games. Oh, I don't even see Pokken Tournament in that lineup. So that's definitely not happening.
Hello everyone. I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Today, February 27, is Pokemon Day. This is the date the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were first released in Japan, marking the beginning of the Pokemon series. In those first two titles, 151 Pokemon made their appearance.
The original 151.
Now, a total of 1,025
That's crazy.
Pokemon have been discovered.
That's crazy. And they
these
have
diverse Pokemon
and people
have been part of
demand
the stories
people
trainers
demand them
worldwide
to
have been
put
able
on
to experience.
every single Pokemon in the game, in every game,
This year
like
marks
with their
the
own
Pokemon series'
animations and
30th,
everything. It's crazy.
a milestone reached because of your support. Thank you, each and every one of you.
You're welcome.
We
have
hope
fun.
you will all enjoy seeing how Pokemon continues to evolve. In today's broadcast, we'll share all the latest news about Pokemon. Please enjoy the presentation.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's get it.
I'm Junichi Masuda, and I handled the music
Music
and sound effects
is
for the
truly
Pokemon Red version
legendary,
and Pokemon Blue
truly
version
legendary.
video games. You can now play all 45 songs from the games on the small player inspired by the Game Boy
Oh,
system.
wow.
We took particular care to make the audio sound just like Game Boy, so I hope you enjoy listening while swapping out cartridges.
Wow. Game collection. Oh, it's a mini. Oh, wow. Playing the full game on a mini. I'm not
Hello,
buying that,
Pokemon
but that's kind of
trainers,
cool.
and happy
That's
Pokemon
kind of
Day.
cool.
I'm Chris Brown from the Pokemon Company International.
Okay, Chris
and I'm
Brown.
thrilled to share news about the 2026 Pokemon World Championships, which will be taking place alongside our new fan experience, Pokemon XP in San Francisco.
Okay.
The 2026 Pokemon World Championships will once again welcome nearly 3,000 competitors from all over the world. Competitors in the video game championships will battle for the first time in Pokemon Champions, while their fellow competitors will battle in the Pokemon trading card game, Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Unite.
All right.
Each of the final matches of these games will be held at the Chase Center, an arena that's 3 times the size as last year's finals.
Wow.
Years ago, we
Okay.
started on a mission to create
Okay,
the most
so they're
exciting
serious about
Pokemon
it.
event for our competitors and their families. As the World Championships evolved, we saw an opportunity to
It's
expand
crazy
even
because I've
further
never
and
watched-
deliver a
I've
one-of-a-kind
never actually
experience where
officially
trainers
watched
around the
any
world
of these
can
battles
come together
before.
and celebrating
I
their
know
fandom.
people are really
As
serious
we
about it.
celebrate 30
Shout
years
outs
of
to
Pokemon,
Cisco, Nintendo
We
Cisco.
invite all of you
Um,
to the inaugural
I know
Pokemon XP
he
event.
like really
Fans of all
gets
ages can
into
expect
the
fun
battling
activities,
and stuff of
including interactive
Pokemon.
exhibits, pin
Um,
trading, cosplay
But
showcases.
this is like something that I
unique
would
panels,
love to see.
hands-on workshops.
I would love to go
exciting
there and
partner
check
collaborations,
this kind of stuff
and
out.
of course, visiting the Pokemon Center pop-up store. To celebrate this new experience, today we're giving you a first look at a truly special piece of art illustrating Pokemon XP alongside the highly anticipated
Yo, that's
World
dope.
Championships.
That is sweet. I like that. I like that.
Whether you're joining us in person in San Francisco or from home on our live stream, we
Pokemon
can't wait to see
WC
you this
on
August.
MetLife Stadium next year.
Thank you, Pokemon trainers.
That's funny. Okay, so we're talking the trading card game, which I still haven't downloaded the trading card game. I like, don't get me wrong. I would love to have the trading card game, and I hear everybody talking about it. But to me, like, it brings me back to my old iPhone days where I was just like sitting on the phone all the time and couldn't really escape it because I had to get the next card, which I guess is really the point of it. This is also really why I don't play it. EX cards. Coming in 26. Oh, okay. That's what's up. I forgot about Champions. Champions is another thing I hope that they show here. I just use the TCG app to get daily pulls. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, to get those pulls every day, like,
A huge range of Pokemon that have
it would
appeared
trap
in
me.
Pokemon
It would
Go
trap
so
me
far
squared.
will
I
return.
would get trapped.
And there's a 2-day Pokemon Go Tour event starting tomorrow. We also have a promo code to share.
Here.
Uh-oh, red in the game.
Let your curiosity shine. Like a twinkling star.
Okay. That's what's up. I don't play that game either.
EX.
I don't play that game either. Aww. All the starters. That's cute. A round of all the first partner Pokemon from each of the games. The first wave features the partner Pokemon from Kanto, plus chef outfits and new. Okay. This definitely must be the chef one. Pokemon Cafe. That's what it was called. Pokemon Cafe. Pokemon Sleep. So cute. Haven't played Masters, but I do like the fact that it's voice acted. See, maybe I should give it a shot, because it looks like they're bringing in all the sweet characters into it. It looks like they're bringing all the sweet characters into it, and the fact that Red isn't.
To celebrate
Red wasn't
Pokemon
like
Day,
one of the original
Zapdos,
Pokemon
Moltres, and
or
Articuno will be joining the
Pokemon
fray.
Masters that was in there was kind of weird anyway, but that's
The
really cool that they
magnificent
set him
power
up
of
for
the three
30.
legendary bird
This was the other
Pokemon
game that I was
comes
thinking
together.
of,
Soar
Pokemon
stylishly
Unite.
into battle. You can participate in the event to unlock their Unite licenses. And even more Pokemon are scheduled to
Meganium,
be added.
Typhlosion, my favorite.
Don't miss what's coming.
Electro Volleyball World Tour is coming soon. Pokemon Unite. Yo, what up, Jazzy? Appreciate you coming through, bro. Flower Trick. Paldean Wonders. Oh, these are the actual packs. Okay. Okay. Ah, see, here we go. See, this is what I was saying. I knew it was going to show up. Here we go. Yeah. It's been so long since I played this game. I don't remember too much of it, except for that I had a whole lot of fun with it. Gale of Darkness is finally here. It was like story mode for Pokemon Stadium. I was so happy that they made this game. And it was like the first Pokemon you could steal the enemy's Pokemon. But that was the one thing that sucked. You couldn't turn Dark Lugia into regular Lugia, so you couldn't move him over. He was stuck, bound to Gale of Darkness.
Hello, everyone.
Wait,
I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon
wait.
Company.
Slow down.
I'd like to give you all some.
No. I'm messing it up. That was me. Was there a date on that? coming to Nintendo, GameCube, Nintendo Classics March 20. So it's 2026. That's up. Okay. Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company.
That's all we know.
I'd like to give you all some additional updates as we share the latest news on our games. First off, we have information regarding the Pokemon Fire Red version and Pokemon Leaf Green version games coming to Nintendo Switch.
Pokemon game trainers at the
Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Leaf Green games,
I feel that.
remakes of the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games in Japan, were released on Game Boy Advance in 2004.
Where are we going
Today,
with this?
these games have been made available to play
Right.
once more as
Right.
download exclusive titles on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, we knew this.
We also plan to make these titles compatible with Pokemon Home in the future.
I knew it. We called
This
this
way,
last
you can
week.
bring Pokemon
We
obtained in
called
other
this last
Pokemon
week.
RPG
This is
series
the reason
titles
why
on adventures with
They
you.
don't have.
Or you can send Pokemon
online.
to visit
That's the
Pokemon
reason why.
Champions. We hope you look forward to
They're
it.
going to do it for every generation. Every generation's going to do it.
Next, we have some news about Pokemon Champions.
Yes. Okay. Tell me. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Nintendo, I need y'all to give it the hologram. I need y'all to make holograms now. Nice. You do your own tournaments. I like that. Yo, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. That's gonna be huge, man. I'm telling you. April! Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't gloss that over. No, 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 no. Slow that down. Slow that down. Pokemon Champion. Nintendo Switch version scheduled for release in April 2026. We're here. Mobile version scheduled for release later this year. That's fine. I don't even care. That's fine. It's about to go down. Now, Square said it's actually possible to purify Shadow Lugia and XP, but I made the mistake of removing Psycho Boost on that Lugia, which only for Deoxys at that generation. I'm gonna replay.
Next up is news about the Mega Dimension DLC for the Pokemon Legends ZA
I'm
game,
happy that that's a
the
possibility.
newest title in the
because that
Pokemon
would
series.
definitely move Lugia.
Please
over
take a
to
look
my
at this
game.
video.
Okay, ZA. Oh wow. There's so many more megas than I thought there were. Mega cannon. I don't. That's probably not what it's called. I look like mega cannon. It's just crazy how many megas there are now. And when everybody's mega, nobody is. I like this Lugia new form, or Lucario new form. Oh, snap! New form. Mega Guard Thump. down. He was ready to cause problems. I'm glad I have Garchomp on my team. So does that mean the other Garchomp will be Mega Garchomp Y?
A new Mega Evolution of Garchomp, Mega Garchomp Z, has been discovered.
Nice.
This mystery gift will become available for the Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC after this presentation concludes.
Dang it.
After claiming
That's
this
how they
gift,
try and get you.
you'll be able to detect a special hyperspace distortion where you can encounter Mega Garchomp Z. You can obtain a Garchompite Z stone by winning a battle against Mega Garchomp Z in the
Dang
special
it.
pocket of hyperspace.
Please don't let that be timed.
Next up, we have some news about Pokemon Pokopia.
Oh, so they're still talking about it. Okay. Square said, yeah, I remember seeing a video of someone transferring XD Lugia all the way to Sword and Shield, but Psycho Boost is an incompatible move despite it being legit. Oh. So I wonder how you go about it. Because I remember, like, that was like the first thing. Because I had Pokemon, I had Gold instead of Silver, and I wanted Aeroblast. And so I couldn't. I don't remember how it worked. I feel like I couldn't get Aeroblast if you were in Gold or something like that. I don't remember. But either way, I was like, oh, okay, I can get Lugia from
Is that curious-looking stereo of Rotom?
over, and
Did it get enticed by the music and hop inside?
But I would love to see
It's
that.
really
though. I would love to
energetic
see
and
that.
seems to go by DJ Rotom.
DJ,
What happens if you give it a CD in the
Rotom.
game? It can help liven up the town with a variety of music. Ditto and the others are grooving to the beat too. Let's listen to DJ Rotom's specially selected tracks while I introduce you to the world of Pokemon Pokopia. Ditto first encounters
interesting 'cause
Professor
we had a
Tangrowth
whole
in a
hour.
wasteland that was once a town.
Nearly a whole hour to talk about this.
It seems
That's
like
Monday,
Ditto
so
is
it's
working
interesting that
alongside
they're
other
still
Pokemon to
spinning off
develop the
Utopia.
town. Wow, they're sure fired up.
But I
Of
guess
course
it's
you
like,
can't
hey,
give
in
your
case
all on
you're
an empty
not
stomach.
true super nerd or a
It
real
looks like
nerd, I guess,
Riolu wants
and you're
something
not
to eat too.
watching the Nintendo Treehouse, here's our second chance.
But
Here's the
how do
second
you
look
cook?
at what we showed off.
Huh?
Of course it would be them.
That's Silhouette.
Oh no. Oh, I thought it was the trio.
A Greedent appeared. It sounds like everyone calls it Chef Dente. Chef Dente can teach you how to cook all sorts of dishes.
Chef Greedente.
Each Pokemon has different foods they prefer.
Rotom Slider.
Some dishes will even power up your moves when you eat them. This will make it even easier to develop the town.
Okay. So there is some new information.
Try bringing Pokemon you've befriended on an outing. In multiplayer mode, you can visit other players' towns. You can play with up to 3 other people. First, let's play some hide and seek. I wonder where everyone's hiding. Ah, there you are. There's someone here, too.
So there's 4. It's a
But
4-player game.
Here's the last one. Whoa! You can transform into objects, too. That was a fun game of hide and seek. By working together, you could even build something this big.
Oh, they're trying to do the Minecraft stuff.
Together, you can develop a town. Or go
This is
on
perfect.
far
Oh yeah,
off
absolutely.
adventures.
This is definitely a good game
New
chat game.
encounters may await you as well. Every day, the
It's
world
interesting
gets
because I
bigger
could
and
feel like the
bigger.
younger generation really getting into
Developing
this
a
kind
town
of game
one step at a time.
and making stuff. It
Pokemon
definitely wouldn't be as
Pokopia.
big as like Minecraft, but it
Available
could
on
definitely
March
do
5th.
something. Definitely do something. March 5th is like next week, which is crazy.
Pokemon Pokopia releases next week on Thursday, March 5th. We hope you enjoy working with Pokemon to develop a town from the ground up. Today, we covered all of the information you see here.
We got it.
We'd like to end our presentation today with one final video for you
All right,
all.
this has got to be it.
Thank you for tuning in.
This has got to be it. This is 10, Generation 10. All right, hold on. I got to prepare myself. Because what I'm about to see now is what Generation 10 is going to be. And I don't know if it's going to be on the original Switch. So, and I'm kind of hoping that it won't. I'm really hoping that it won't be on their original Switch, that this is tailor-made for Switch 2. That is what I ask. I ask of that. If it doesn't happen, that's okay. But that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for this to be on Switch 2. I don't need you to like blow it away with graphics and all that other stuff. I know everybody talks about Game Freak and that game that they actually didn't do themselves, but I need to see improvement. I will be happy if you show me improvement. All right. I know nothing about this. We're going into this video not knowing anything. All right. Not knowing anything. Please, Game Freak, please have done a decent. No, I don't even want decent. Please have done a good job. You heard me? All right. We are going. Here we go. Okay. I'm ready. I said what I needed to say. Let me make sure that everything is at the highest caliber. We're at 1080. All right. Please, Game Freak, please. Here we go. Okay, we got Pikachu. Okay. Japanese-ish. Okay. Okay, over the years. Okay, I'll see what they're doing over the years. Okay. What's up, Pikachu? Tell me something. Tell me something now. Okay, so they got different suits. Okay. Boy Pikachu and girl Pikachu looking flashy. I see y'all. Okay. Okay, Game Freak. Now's the time. Now's the time, Game Freak. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Absolutely. Yes. Wow, that's pretty. That's pretty. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. We're definitely on an island again. Okay, here's the 3. What do we got? A salamander. Okay. Brout. Pombon. And Gekwa. Okay, Gekwa. I might go Gekwa this time. I might go Gekwa. I need to see Final Evolutions though. I'll rush into it. I love the waves. I love the waves. What do we got here? Man, I hope we go underwater too. Yo, that'll be fire. If we can go underwater, that'll be fire. If we're doing the underwater underwater stuff, that's fire. That's fire. Pokemon wins. Pokemon waves. Global simultaneous release in 2027. Okay, I'm okay with that. 2027 is fine with me. We don't need to rush it. We don't need to rush it. I expect to see some updates and improvements over time. That was it. I expect to see some updates and improvements over time. That was so fire, I need to go back and watch it again. I'm happy with this. Wait a minute, hold on. We don't normally do dissections around here, but we're gonna dissect a little something. We're gonna dissect it just a little bit. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about this. They're doing something here. They're doing something here. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I love how they say screenshots and footage are from a product in development, not final form. But I like, look, I like how there is land beyond the land that we can see. I like that. That means there's going to be a lot to mess with. I like that. We've got dynamic wind and everything that's going around, that's flowing. I wanted to call it a Ferris wheel. That's not what it's called. Not wind turbine, but smaller than that. That's really cool. You can kind of see some of the grass like flowing through here. They've got an actual forest. I'm down for that. They got an actual forest showing down. What is this? Like, what is this place? Like, what is that? I like the fact that the water is clear, which really, to me, suggests that we're actually going underwater. And I'm really needing it to go underwater. Like, I'm really needing to go underwater on this one. Because there has not been a 3D Switch game where you as the player go underwater. But that was a move way back in the day. So I need that. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm definitely down for that. What is that balloon? Like, what does the balloon do? Was that an one too? Not the birds. I know they were Talos, but these ones. What are those? Those little blue things on the ground. We got Tangulas and Oddish going inside the forest. That's dope. So that concept art that we had seen before of Pokemon and like how luscious the world was actually going to be wasn't too far off. It was not too far off. The Hoenn games, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the Hoenn games put us underwater. Like we definitely need more of that. We need more of that, especially in a 3D environment. That's just beautiful, man. That's just beautiful. This is a real step up. This is a real step up for Pokemon Company. Like, is this like the greatest graphics ever? No, but this is a legit step up for the Pokemon Company. I'm happy. Look at the water. Look at the water. That's how water should look. Wow. This shot is just crazy. Like, that's just awesome. Aww. He's so cute. Now I know people look at this flower that's up close and be like, "Look how pixelated it is. They haven't really done a good job. They still suck. It still looks like N64 trees. Give me a break. Like I'm not even here for that. I'm not even here. I don't play games with a monocle or a telescope vision trying to see every. I enjoy games. All right, I enjoy games, and this looks like an enjoyable. This is a swamp, by the way. I enjoy games. I'm looking at this and being impressed. Absolutely. I love how the clouds kind of have their own little shape. These guys are going to be interesting. This is actually going to be kind of a tough choice for me now. Now this is going to be a tough choice. I'm curious. I'm the most curious to see what the grass type Pokemon's final evolution is, right? I'm curious. The fire type looks like he's going to be some sort of lion again. Like it looks like it's going to be in that kind of area, though he kind of looks like a dog with just like the big poof in the front. And then you've got the lizard, the iguana type, and like I don't need him to look like the one from Sword and Shield. Like I want him to look bossy. You know what I mean? Like can we get a water type Pokemon that's just like buff? You know what I mean? Like I would love that. I don't know if they'll give you like the dual typings for these. Couldn't imagine what the dual typing for these guys would be, but I am very curious to see where they take them. I'm sorry, I've been like so focused in. Jazzy said, "Oh yeah, we're definitely getting underwater exploration back. They showed 2 whale lords in there and still had a large yeah. That's what I'm happy about. I'm really happy about that. If we get the underwater like we should, man, that's going. Oh my gosh, like I'm thinking like underwater tunnels, kind of like how Hoenn was. Like there's underwater caves and underwater tunnels. Like as a matter of fact, I'm not saying you have to do this, but every island that we've been to has their pseudo legendary dragon Pokemon. I need that dragon Pokemon to be in underwater in a cave. Like you got to go find that. You got to go find it. It's not like easily explored. You can't find them in any like just regular region. Like you got to go find that fool. You got to go down in the water, like deep, and search to find this cave to actually find him. I need that. Square said, "Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get back into mainline Pokemon with cause this looks different. This one looks different. Like they didn't show off any like any gyms or anything like that. Now, of course, we know it's a Pokemon game, so it's gonna have gyms and all that other stuff. But I need to know how vast this is. It looks like there's gonna be multiple islands. Maybe you get surf early. Maybe you get a boat. Maybe they add a boat mechanic to this so you can surf around in your boat. That would be lovely. I would love that. But with everything said and done, like that forest area was like that was luscious. Good job for that one. Triple M said, "Alrighty, fire all the way here." Listen, I always go fire. I always go fire for every single Pokemon, and except for Black and White, because I thought Umbor was terrible, and I still do. I think Umbor is terrible. But with that being said, I'm leaning towards the fire guy, but I need to see final evolutions. I don't care about typings or anything like that for my final evolutions, but like you just it's how I judge every time. Gold and Silver, I picked Typhlosion, and then when we had Legend ZA, I picked Feraligatr because that was my homie. Like I even started a new game in my Silver to play with Feraligatr. But Typhlosion is like I got a soft spot for Typhlosion. You probably go into the sky too. Yo, that would be dope too. That would be very interesting. I wouldn't mind actually. So that's one thing that I wish Pokemon would do is actually allow us to fly. Not the glide mechanic that they did with Miraidon, or it's not Miraidon. Yeah, Miraidon. I don't want the glide mechanic. I need us to actually be flying. Like, put me on the back of a Pidgeotto, or a Staraptor, or any of them. Anybody who can learn fly, and allow me to actually fly around. Let's see. Square said I'm getting Pombon, because that's my childhood Pomeranian. So it is a Pomeranian. So it's a dog. It is a dog. That's what I thought. Like, I was like, it kind of sounds like Pomeranian, but yeah, I don't like little dogs. So hopefully that boy turns into a Rottweiler, you know what I mean, or something big like that. I don't. Japanese don't really mess with pit bulls like that, but turn it into something a little more fierce. You know what I'm saying? But I'm okay with Fire Pup. You know, I'm okay with Fire Pup. Square said I expect post game or Pokemon Home gives you all the starter. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. I forgot that they allow you to just slide those in. Pause. But I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind it. And to be honest with you, I usually don't even move those Pokemon over. And if I do, I only play them up until they get to their final evolution and keep my main, because that was my main. I picked you. You're my main. You always going to be on my team. Like, regardless of if my team sucks or if it's great, and you held down the whole team. I picked you. That's the whole reason. Jazzy said they may give us Sky and the Depths combo like Tears of the Kingdom, but that would yeah. I think maybe that's why they also called it Wind. You know, Wind and Water. So water was the underneath part, wind and the sky. So I'm definitely down for that. Yo, this is a new name. Yo, what's up? Darius, appreciate you coming through. Darius. He said, this gen, I need some voices in the game, even if it's just weird grunts. That being some, okay. I'm down for that. I actually think they do need to take a step into that direction. I personally don't need the actual voice talking. I hear you though. Hold on, hear me out though. I wouldn't mind in cutscenes them actually doing actual voice acting, and those kind of things. But then, like, in more regular conversation, it's more like Zelda, where you get the or ka. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with that. I definitely agree with you on that. Jazzy said definitely getting Gekwa. Giving cool Trico vibes, but a salamander. Yeah. And you know what? I forgot what the fire salamander's name is, but it would be kind of dope if you got your whole team as a team of salamanders and they were all different types. I think that would be really cool, Jazzy. Square said we already had Houndour for Rottweilers turn into. Oh yeah, you're right. Because that was him, right? I mean, do huskies. Do a fire husky. That would actually be kind of ironic, like a fire husky instead of an ice husky, or actually that'd probably be the closest thing, like a ice husky. And it'd be funny because huskies or Malamute, you know what I mean? But it would be funny that it went from a Pomeranian, like a small dog, to like a husky or a Pomeranian, a big dog. Like I think that would be like I would call if I got Pombon, I would call him Big Dog, because eventually he gonna be a big dog. But yeah, it seems like everybody's kind of leaning on the side of fire and water. They don't. They don't like my man's single brow, unibrow in the business, and his brow is even in his name, which is unfortunate. Arcanine is one of my Arcanine was a pseudo legend back in the day, like pseudo legendary. Shout outs to him. Brout. He got that brow, but he got that brow. Look at that brow on his head. Brout. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. Like he couldn't even. You can't even clip the piece in between so he can have two. He just got one big brow. I hope that boy separates by the time he gets into his final evolution. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that he does that. Pombon. Pombon is cute. What's the thing on the top of his head though? Like what is? Oh, that I think that's in the background. That's in the background. And this look, he's cute, man. I don't know. I might go with Gekwa. Like, look at him. He's cute. He's cute. I don't know if I want him to be a water/poison type Pokemon. Have we had a water poison as a starting type? So it doesn't look like we do. It doesn't look like we have a starter type as a water poison Pokemon. No. It doesn't look like we have a water poison type as a starter. So that could be, so he could be poison. I feel like they all flow with each other. So water poison. So one thing that kind of bugs me about starter Pokemon is that they give them not only one but like a double advantage. So now that there's two typings for almost every Pokemon, he said Gekwa sounds like my baby mama's name. You wow for that. You wow for that one. Now that we have two typings for each Pokemon, instead of making them each have like one weakness and one advantage, they always make them have double the weaknesses. So like Greninja is water and dark, and I was gonna say Finnegan. What's the final form? Or let's go Chestnut even. Chestnut is grass fighting, which both grass and fighting are strong against both water and darkness. Like I don't like that. It should be like one type advantage and one type disadvantage. That's how I would love it to be that way. I don't think they'll make one of these Pokemon a fairy type. If the grass type is the fairy type, it can't be. It would have to be the fire Pokemon. The fire Pokemon would have to be the fairy. And no, that's right. It's the grass because poison is strong against fairy. So if it was grass and fairy type, I would be interested to see what the final form of Brout was. Yeah. And that would mean that the interesting, because I'm trying to think of like what would be that roulette for them. Let's see. What is fairy types strong against? Let's pick this out. So fairy type moves are super effective against dragon, fighting, and dark type. So, but we've already had a fire and dark type. Fire and fighting, we already have that. And fire and dragon would, I think that's a little too strong. So let's see. What is poison weak against? Ground and psychic. Yeah, that'll be interesting because we already have fire and psychic. And fire and ground. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. So maybe he's not going to be a poison. But look at this. Look at this out here. Why are some clouds making Pokemon? Look at that. Some clouds are making Pokemon shapes. Yeah, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is all one, 6 in the background, 6 different islands. I'm excited for. I'm excited for that. Let's see. And then they take us underwater. And you can kind of tell that we are going to be underwater just the way that the ground is. The ground actually looks like there's going to be like pathways for you to go around and stuff. And I'm not saying like you're going to walk around underwater, maybe, but I think it would just make more sense that you ride on the back of a Pokemon like we've always seen, and that you're moving that way. Some Tynamos. Got Krabbies here. You got 2 Whale Lords that show up, and they kind of bring you up out of the water. Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason why they would show that and not let you go underwater. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. Good job, Pokemon Company. Good job, Game Freak. This is exciting stuff. I was waiting for this. I've been waiting all day. We need scary underwater areas. I'll be down for that. I'll be down for that. You know what I think? I think that it would be cool that like during the daytime they do the day and night thing, kind of like well, not like Pokemon Legends, but like at night you get some of the scarier Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like you get like Gorbis. You know what I'm saying? Like though Gorbis is not like really that scary, but you know what I mean? You get Haunt. I can't remember the name, but the one, if you don't get Gorbis, you get the other one. Like those kind of Pokemon. And obviously we're gonna see new Pokemon show up in this game. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I need them. I need you to be able to go down in caves and explore. That's like the main thing. I want to go down in caves and explore. As a matter of fact, I would not be mad. Actually, I would be blown away. I would be blown away if Huntail, thank you so much, Square. Appreciate that. I would be blown away if one of the gyms were down underwater. You had to dive down underwater to get to one of the gyms in a cave. I think that would be so dope. That would be so sweet. Man, that would be crazy. That would be so cool. But just the amount of stuff that you can do with this, I would love to see it. I would also love to see if we could actually surf in this game. And I'm not talking about jumping on the back of your Pokemon and surfing, but like instead of jumping on the back of the Pokemon, you got like a Lapras or whatever Pokemon, doesn't matter. And they hold the thing and you can actually do the like wakeboarding is, I guess, more accurately describe it. Do wakeboarding and stuff like that. That would be so crazy. They've shown us very little here. I expect by the time we get to oh, Cisco jumped in. Cisco,
yo, I'm so sorry.
You're good. Did you watch this already?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. I can get your feedback. On some of this.
Hey, all right.
So we were talking about just ideas and stuff like that, but what do you think about Winds and Waves so far?
Well, you know, it's what I asked for. We got the HD. So I had a video I was making, but I can't make. It's no longer relevant. But I was saying that I think when it comes to the quality and the visuals of Pokemon, I think we're good. Like I know that's the big criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon is the visuals are bad. But I don't think it's that. I think it's just the environmental design. When you look at the Pokemon models and the animations, they look great. After Legends ZA, I feel like the trainers looked really good. Like all the little characters and NPCs, they all look great.
Yeah.
What we lacked was the environments. I think the
Yeah.
environments were always lackluster. And minus Pokemon Snap. And so what looked like here is they took the models and the characters and they merged it with the Pokemon Snap level of quality for environmental design.
Yeah.
This is what we were looking for. The grass looks great. It doesn't look so like pixelated and just
Right.
down there. The trees, finally, we got some good looking trees.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, not N64 trees.
Yeah, no, not N64 trees. The textures on the mountains can look a little rough. I noticed on some shots.
Yeah.
The texture looks a little like it needs to be just a little more like HD or like sharper.
Mhm.
But other than that, like I think that's what they were really lacking was the environmental design. And now they fixed that. And now look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks so the water is insane.
Yeah.
And like I went to Japan and we went to a fishing village and like you can see the rocks underneath the water. And I was
Mhm.
like, I remember saying like the next Pokemon game I hope looks like that. I hope the HD is so good that you can look in the water and just see like the depths and see like the rocks and stuff. And then that it looks realistic. And you see it right here. And it's like, what the it's like wow.
You see through the water and it's like, oh, they're doing that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It looks incredible. Like I'm so excited for it. Just let's hope it has voice acting. I think that's one thing to make this alive. We need that voice acting.
Shout outs to Darius Shines. He said the same thing. He's like, hopefully it has voice acting. I told him, I mean, I won't go all gung ho because I always feel like to their credit or dismay, all Nintendo games like take this half step towards, especially when it comes to like audio related stuff like voice acting. It's like, I don't want to jump in the water. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were like cutscenes in this game and you got the voice acting there. But like for the most part, the game's gonna give you like he suggested a bunch of grunts and like or ha, like
I think that's fine.
Yeah, those kind of things.
Yeah, I think that works. But like for the big cutscenes, we definitely need voice acting because we can't have this anymore where we have these HD cutscenes and the characters are having the full movements and their lips are moving and there's nothing. There's no voice. Like we gotta leave that behind.
Yeah,
we gotta leave that behind. We can't do this no more. Like it looks terrible.
Yeah.
So,
it's cool because kind of cycling back to the environment, they show off some areas here where you even get to see, let me take it back to the beginning, where you kind of get to see like the swamp area. They show you the beginning part of like, look at that, that's just crazy. They show you like the beginning part of like the forest area, and it's not, and I know you kind of remember the concept art that we had gotten. Thank you, baby. The concept art that we had gotten not too long ago that kind of showed off this is what Gen 10 is going to look like. Not that far off. It's not that far off. Did you see, because your eye is a little bit better than mine when calling out new Pokemon, but did you see any new Pokemon in here, or oh, what is that besides the starters?
It right now is just the starters for because everyone would have picked that apart. So for now, it's just the starters. Which I was gonna ask, what are your thoughts on the starter Pokemon?
So we just got done talking about this, but I'll say I think they are all cool designs. Brout is losing it for me. I feel bad for his unibrow. I need to see his final evolution though. I need to see out of all of them, I need to see all of their final evolutions. But Brout, that single unibrow, I got a soft spot for him as a plushie, but like as my main character, he ain't hitting it there yet. Pause. Then Pombon. So we were kind of talking about this. Pombon, I feel like, is out of the three of them the most safest art design out of all of them. I do like that he's a fire pup. You know, we were talking about hopefully he changes into a different type of dog. I made the suggestion of Rottweiler, but I forgot that Houndour was the Rottweiler originally, and then he became the Hell Dog. Yeah. So instead, I think it would be kind of cool if Pomban evolved into some sort of like Siberian Husky. That would be ironically funny. You know, like you associate Huskies with the wintertime, and it's a big dog, and you know, coming from a small dog, from a Pomeranian to a Husky or a Malamute. I think that would be hilarious. And then you've got Gekwa. Gekwa out of all three of them is the one that's winning it for me. I like it, very cute, like real innocent looking, but you know he's about to be something when he grows up. Yeah, I'm just really curious. The biggest curiosity I have out of the starters is what the other typing is going to be when they finally hit their final forms. Maybe they don't get one, but
maybe we get a new type.
Oh, that would be great.
Generation 10. I don't know. Maybe we might get a new type.
That would be absolutely great. I suggested that Gekwa could be water and poison because we haven't gotten that as a starting type. But that would leave the grass to be grass and fairy. Oh, this is what I said. Whenever we get dual type starter Pokemon, they, for whatever reason, always give each Pokemon a double advantage over the Pokemon that they're strong against, and I don't like that. Like, I think it would make more sense to have one advantage and one disadvantage. That way it's back to rock, paper, scissors, like really rock, paper, scissors. You know what I mean? So if Gekwa was a water and poison type, then you've got Brout as the leaf and fairy type. So he would have advantage over Gekwa as far as his grass side, but his fairy side would be weaker, right? Yeah. But then that leaves Pomban in a weird space, because that means he's got to be like dragon, which is a problem because you can't have a dragon as a starting Pokemon. He would have to be a fighting, but I don't like that. I don't like that typing, fire and fighting. We've had that a gajillion times.
People will get mad at that one.
So it's like where do you? So then maybe there is going to be another trio of sets, and maybe Gekwa, stands on two legs, kind of like his other gecko type or salamander type Pokemon brethren. Yeah, and he gets a different transformation. But what do you think? How are you feeling about this?
I like that. Well, I definitely liked all three. They looked. My first reaction when I saw them was it looked like fake Mon or like Pal World Mons. Like I was like, right away I was like, they didn't look. Those only like Pokemon, but we're rolling with it. When you look at the 2D art, like the official artwork of them, they definitely do look like Pokemon. It's just that 3D models. I don't know. Something about it just did not look like Pokemon. But you know what? I do think about that often. Like usually when they reveal the starters, it takes me a second to adjust. Because I think I felt that way about a couple starters. I felt that way about the Gen 5 starters. I felt that way about, I believe also the Gen 6 starters. Just kind of like my first impressions are like, oh, okay, all right. Yeah. What is this? And then after a certain amount of time, I go, okay, I like them. But I'm not as harsh. When I was younger, like I was definitely really harsh about it. Now I'm more young. Now I'm older, so I'm able to catch the pattern. I'm like, okay, I know how I am before. I'm not gonna be hard-headed about it. Like I embrace them instantly. I was like, yep, I love these guys. Okay, so funny enough, the weakest one for me is the dog. But that doesn't necessarily mean I dislike it. I like all three, but I'm not into little dogs, so I like. Maybe it'll evolve into a breed that I like, but I'm also not the craziest when it comes to like character design. I'm not the craziest for characters that constantly have their tongue out. I don't like that. This is like a little ick I always get. Greninja's fine because it's like a scarf.
Yeah,
but like
it's cool. He's like,
yeah, that's different. But like some characters that always have their tongue out, it like gives me the ick. Even lick a tongue, I'm like, bro, like you're just like licking up dirt and stuff. Nasty, bro. Put it away. And but like I do like in Generation 8. I do really like Yamper, but that's the one thing that drives me nuts is that tongue always out. I'm like, bro, just put the tongue in, like be normal. So I noticed, Pombon has the tongue always out. I'm like, oh, I don't like it. And I'm just not the craziest about little dogs. I like bigger dogs. I grew up with big dogs. So when you say like Rottweiler or like the Siberian Husky or something,
yeah,
I'm like, that sounds cool. But the little dog right now, I'm like, now when it comes to Gekwa as well. Gekwa, I think Gekwa fits the best with the environment. It looks like a lizard in Costa Rica type of thing. I'm like, this fits. This looks really good. But my absolute favorite is Brout. He's hot off the press.
Oh, wow.
3D printed him already. Just got to clean him up.
Set.
Yep. So these 3D models are fast, especially with AI now. People can make characters really, really quick. Because all they got to do now is upload a picture. The AI creates a 3D model, and then they just kind of go in there and like fix it up a little bit. So this was the best model I saw right away. It was like $2. So I was like, all right, let me just pay the $2 and 3D print it. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the night painting that and to show off. So people are like, already? How? Yeah, don't gotta wait for merch. But I like Brout the most because he looks like, it's another grass bird. Looks very much like Rowlet, which is my favorite Pokemon. So right away I was just like, oh, Rowlet's got a little older or a little brother. I'm like, nice. And so I'm like, I'm gonna grab the bird, the big old brows, the little. I'm assuming they're gonna try to go into like a route for the evolutions where he's gonna be like manly. So
right,
I kind of like that.
I need those brows to be so bushy they start like having like plants come off of them.
If the evolution's got like a beard and it's like beefy, like a beefy bird.
If he gets a beard, I gotta change my ways and go that way. I gotta go with Brout.
Have those higher defenses. I don't know if it's like I don't know. Maybe make that a grass fighting typing. But but unfortunately, I'll have to see this generation. Fighting is a hard. I feel like it's a hard type. Rock typing is the worst. Nobody wants rock type. So if they do add in a new type, I do hope that like fighting and rock will have an advantage over that new type. Brout is a dweeb. Man, the big old angry eyebrows is so funny to me. I'm like, that got it for me.
He looks like my man's from, I can't remember what his name is in basketball. But somebody throw it in the chat. He used to play for the Lakers, now he plays for Dallas, but he's got that like solid brow. You know what I mean? Like it's so defined, you can't miss it.
That's so funny, man. Those brows. I think all three starters are pretty solid. Like I'm feeling them. Brout so far is my pick, but like you said, we gotta wait for the evolutions, then I'll officially pick because man, last generation 9, Scarlet and Violet, I was like, this duck looks awesome. Like he looks like he's gonna be a sailor or a pirate or something. And then you got a little Brazilian dancer. I'm like, sorry. No.
Definitely went with my boy, the fire type on that.
Yeah, Fuecoco,
Fuecoco is the G.
Yeah, and Gator.
And I will even say, I don't even think Skeledirge is the best looking out of the three of them. It's definitely the middle one with the
sombrero. Yeah, I got the plush right.
Yeah, man, so long for the longest time I'm like, yo, he's got a sombrero, and like, what's the piece at the middle? And then you find out it's a bird egg, and you're like, oh, that's kind of sweet.
It's a cool design. I do think Skeledirge is like overly designed, too much going on.
Yeah,
and they gave him like a Bob Marley cut or something, and I was like, what's going on here? Like they gave him like, he's bald, but it's I don't know, it's like could be interpreted as like a cap, and then the fire's kind of like the hair coming out. It's like, what am I looking at? I feel like they packed so many themes in one design. I was like,
yeah,
they could have just went with like a Day of the Dead Gator and called it a day. But
Yeah,
nah,
Darius, Anthony Davis. Yeah, he's got the Anthony Davis eyebrow.
Davis. I'm not a sports guy. I want to look. Anthony Davis.
I'll put it on for everybody.
Hey, that's Brout right there. Oh wow, yeah.
He's got the he's holding that brow.
So Brout's gonna evolve into a basketball player.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got that typing. He's in there with that typing.
Brout, what you doing there? That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's what I feel about the starters. I think they're pretty solid. I do think one thing I will say, I think it's a little weird that we got another grass bird.
Yeah.
And we got another water lizard.
Yeah.
We already have a Sobble.
Yeah.
And even Froakie, if you want to throw Froakie in there, it's kind of very similar. It's like, what happened here? So in my group chat, we're kind of debating like, oh well, what other animals could they possibly do? I'm like, there's a lot, man. Like
realistically, you don't have to stick to that. I mean, it could have been the water dog for all we care, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it didn't have to follow a rule. We got to water a bird, you know, as a seagull. So it's like it's not really that hard.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's pretty simple. Like I was like, it didn't have to be gecko's cool, but it could have been a snake. And my friends were like, yeah, but that's not good to market. I'm like, is that what this is about? Because man, like, I feel like we kind of like, I mean, the designs themselves are pretty cool, but I'm like, I just feel like they're kind of redundant from previous generations.
Yeah,
the dog isn't that redundant. I don't think Fire Dog.
We don't have too many dogs,
but for a starter, like I think that's pretty solid. I maybe the closest we have to that is like Fennekin, but other than that, like it's pretty good. But the water gecko and Gekwa and Brout definitely look a little redundant to Rowlet and Sobble and Froakie, so that's my only thing. And then like we'll also have to see the evolutions, because if the little Gekwa, that's gonna evolve into kind of like a humanoid, like kind of like Inteleon and Greninja, that's definitely gonna look redundant. It's gonna be like another one.
Yeah, I mean, even though what's the salamander that is like the fire type?
Charmander.
Not Charmander. No, it's I think he's a poison and fire type.
Oh, Salandit.
Yeah, Salandit. Yeah. So it's like even then it kind of looks like it'll be like closer to that side too. And it's like I'm hoping not. I'm hoping they come up with like some really interesting designs. I also I've seen a lot of people complain about this. I kind of agree. Like the humanoid evolutions. We're kind of going into like that furry side of things. Which I mean, for some Pokemon, I don't really see that, but I can see where people are coming from. Yeah.
I definitely like Pokemon are pocket monsters, keep them beasts. It's cool. Like every once in a while, I like a humanoid one. Like I really like Armarouge and Blaziken.
Lucario holds it down.
Lucario is like one of the better ones. But when it came to I don't know, I think
Audino and those kind of
people were kind of like, oh, I should have kept it like a cat. I kind of understand though, right now we're playing through we got Fire Red, Leaf Green out, and so I'm playing through Fire Red, and it just keeps it simple. Like they're animals, they're all beasts. Like Meowth evolves into Persian. It looks like a lion. Like it's a full-on cat,
right?
And so when it comes to some of these, it's like I've seen people already saying like Pom Bomb, keep him a dog, please. Keep him like a big ferocious beast of a dog.
Don't turn him into what's the one that's the Fire and Dark for Sun and Moon?
Incineroar.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's a perfect example. Incineroar. It's like could have just kept him like a giant lion, but instead
lion. Yeah.
But instead, he's just kind of like I don't know. He became Tony the Tiger, and it's like what happened? So it's like hopefully they some of them turning humanoids fine, but then some of them it's like keep them a beast, please.
Yeah,
please do. And so
how do you feel like kind of moving on to just the idea, because we were talking about obviously the game's called Pokemon Winds and Wave. Looks like there's heavy hints that we'll be going underwater.
Yes. Yes.
How do you
Or-
feel about that?
So I think they're, you know, the leaks that originally said about that originally talked about Wind and Waves. I think they did say we were going to go underwater. I think, if we could go underwater, like bring us back to the Gen 3 days. Yes, absolutely. Again, I think like when I look at this trailer, I really think about the new Pokemon Snap game. Like it's very similar environments, and we were able to go underwater and all of that. So I'm like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I think, you know, I think this is like that Breath of the Wild level of a Pokemon game that we've been looking for, where you can go anywhere. It's not just an open world; it's open air, open water, like it's everything. So man, if we can go underwater, that'd be.
I was just
get a Mantine and just kind of go in there. Like,
that
would be awesome.
I was telling the chat. I think if we're gonna be going underwater, I really, really need there to be underwater caves. Like I need us to like just go down there and like really be exploring. I don't care if you want to add sunken ships and all that other silly stuff. Cool, but like I need underwater caves. As a matter of fact, because that is a mechanic. And maybe it's a mechanic that you get later, you know what I mean? Like, you know, as you do the gyms and all that stuff. But every Pokemon game has its pseudo legendary and a dragon Pokemon. I need it to be one of those, like, you got to be searching the waters in the caves to find this pseudo dragon type Pokemon. Like, I need one of those moments for that. And I even say it would be cool if the gym that you actually get or the next gym, I would say the gym after you learn how to dive is underwater. Like, and if you even want to do an underwater city down there, and get down there and battle underwater.
Well, it would be cool if that was like a big part of the theme. Wind and Waves being waves, like what if there's an underwater city and that's where the legendary, a lost civilization, like ruins or something, where a legendary Pokemon would be. That would be crazy. This really has the potential to be like one of the best Pokemon games if they do it right. The visuals look great. Now we just need story good. I really hope that they like do better with the exploration. Like Scarlet and Violet was okay, but I don't know. Like sometimes you'd go in areas, and just because it's a general area, Pokemon would spawn. And it's like, no, man, keep it where like if you go into a specific cave, that's where that certain Pokemon would be.
That's where he's at.
Kind of did that in Area Zero. If you wanted the Salamence. You'd be in only one particular cave if you explored in there. Like they did a little bit of that, but it's like, give me more of that with this. Like,
take it to the next level. So, and I think since we got winds on there too, I would imagine, like you said, doing some of the stuff in the sky as well. That would be really cool as well. And even if they wanted to, if you have that moment where you get to go into the sky, whether it's they take you in a plane or something like that, and you do the gym up there and you can free fall, into the wall. Whatever. I think that would be amazing. Or some Zelda type stuff. But this was one thing that I wanted to suggest. Like, I need this. Like, this doesn't just need to happen. Like, it needs to happen for real. One thing that I never really liked, even from Scarlet and Violet, is the fact that when you fast travel, but when you want to move around in the air, it's always a glide mechanic. I need that to stop. Like, coming from Pokemon legit know how to fly. There should be no excuse as to why they aren't flying from one area to the next. And I get it, Miraidon like only had certain abilities at one point in time, and then it did the gliding thing, but at the beginning of that whole game it flew. So I need if you want to wait to the end of the game, that's fine, but I need some sort of flying mechanic. And I don't need it to be like, hey, where do you want to fly? I'm gonna fast travel you and attack. No, my Pokemon. Let me ride the backs of my Pokemon to be able to get there.
So to back up what you're saying, I have two things. So one, the Scarlet and Violet DLC, you were able to get the last upgrade to Koraidon and be able, or Miraidon, and you guys were able to free fly, which is so cool. And I was like, why didn't you put this in the base game?
Right.
This would have been it. Like you're able to do like effort like endlessly, just up and down and side. Like you're able to just fly the whole region. And in the DLC as well, you were able to do like a sync. That was more of a glide, but it was pretty cool. Like I would go to the top of this mountain, turn into my Charizard from what I had for my first Fire Red as a kid, and I would just fly around. I'm like, this is magical.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but you know, that was behind the DLC, and then only the Koraidon could fly. The other ones would just do like a slow glide.
Yeah.
But another thing is that, you know, Pokemon went after Pal World, and they were trying to file that trademark of like what was like riding your beast or something. And it's like, why do you care, Pokemon? We don't ride our beasts in the game. Like on Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you get to like hold on to Snorlax or Charizard, but that's about it. So I'm like, are they possibly like, if you look at this game, it looks similar to how Pal World was structured, and I wonder if Pokemon Company was in development of this game, saw that and said, oh no, this is what we're working on. What's going on?
Yeah.
So I wonder if they were like filing all these trademarks and stuff, because this is what's happening in the game. We're gonna be able to ride our Pokemon and all that.
Yeah, it makes sense, especially if you're talking about the win piece, right?
Yeah.
I would even say too, I think it would be cool, instead of surfing on the back of your Pokemon, that you could wakeboard.
They have a board. One of the characters has a little hoverboard that I think they're going to use. So instead of having a ride, like a Koraidon Miraidon, I think we're going to have like a gadget, a little hoverboard thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
A skateboard in the form of a hoverboard. I'm all for it. The wind and the sky actually looks dynamic and everything. Yeah, Pokemon, the Pokemon animations look really good. That's what I like. I do like the fact that they aren't just moving around. You see Wailord shooting the spout and everything. You see the Tynamo all swimming together.
I look cool. I love those scenes. Yeah.
I need the game to feel lively. I guess that's the right word for it. To feel a little lively, like I kind of felt like Legends was kind of that way. You know what I mean? You would see a Pokemon pop out the grass and be like, "Oh snaps!" and run back into the grass and like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man.
I really liked how. Yeah, I think Legends ZA did a pretty good job of like keeping that factor of, oh my gosh, that Pokemon there. Oh, whoa. Like,
yeah.
For it to be the city, I feel like a lot of people didn't give the game a chance because they're like, oh, it's in the city. I'm like, no, I think they did a pretty good job of like placing the Pokemon.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, like some of the wild areas are a little questionable. It's like, oh, okay, it's just here. But like in the main city, like all of a sudden you see a couple roofs down, there's a Dratini hanging out. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Or I go up to a roof and there's a whole Pidgeot up there attacking me. I'm like, whoa.
Trying
I
to
gotta catch
you from getting down. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good time. And then of course, you know, when you add in the alphas, it's just like it's like, oh wow, okay. So you might not be interested in a Weedle, but then you see an alpha Weedle and you're like, I can have an alpha Beedrill and then Mega Evolve it later in the game. Yeah, I want this on my team right now. And which is what I did. I had a Beedrill on my team.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to look through some forums of like what else we know by the leaks. I know there was a massive leak telling us like what was going on in the Pokemon games, but it was kind of a grain of salt because we were like, okay, we don't know for sure. But now that it's been confirmed, now it's like, oh wait, okay, now I want to take this seriously. Okay, so I did know about this, but I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't know like if I was true or not. So according to, I'm reading the article now, and I remember this back when the first came out. So our I think it's our legendary Pokemon is supposed to be like a seed. And depending on how the weather is, we develop the legendary into a particular like version.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So the island is procedurally generated based on how trained the seed Pokemon is. The evolution for the seed Pokemon will be procedurally generated, including unique patterns for flowers and fractals. So every player will have a different looking seed Pokemon evolution.
Wow, that's dope. Yo, if that's true,
If that's true, yeah, that's crazy.
That's a huge step.
See, this world has endured since ancient times. Past generations entrusted something to the future. We now receive that something and live on, entrusting it to the next generation. Yeah, there's like a lot of interesting things. I'm trying to like get through all of it.
Wow.
So it's definitely like about nature. And
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I like it. Man, I'm also hoping there is multiplayer in this one too. I hope they took what they learned from Scarlet and Violet and take it to the next level.
Yes. I really do hope we can do multiplayer because that's one of the big things that I really need.
Mm-hmm. I think it was good. I think they took a step in the right direction with Scarlet and Violet. It needed some work. I haven't played multiplayer as far as like the Switch 2 and the updated frames and everything and visuals, but I do remember playing with Ib. Shout outs to Ib. And playing Scarlet and Violet, and it was interesting. You weren't necessarily locked to that person too, which is what was something that I really like.
Yeah.
Because that would get boring really fast, but it would be really cool if you're Pokemon hunting or whatever, and one person's on like one side of the island and you're on the other side of the island and you're like, oh, I found something, I think that would really be cool. And you're not both sitting on very clunky big Pokemon, it's just you and a couple skateboards. So
yeah, and I hope it's like flawlessly, like I hope the controls for it feel really good. You just hop on the hoverboard and go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it looks like so reading a couple things. So it looks like so you're able to pet and ride your Pokemon.
Nice.
It says underwater. You can explore underwater environments. Doesn't say anything about air though.
Okay.
So we'll see. And then the narrative will involve protagonists from a big city who embarks on a vacation, which we saw at the beginning with the two Pikachus.
Mm-hmm.
With their family, encountering various characters along the way, including a rival and a hotel chairman with a complex backstory. The game's anticipated to launch in 2026, but we now know
2027, which I'm okay with. If you want to put in a little extra work, that's cool.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I mean, it's a little sad. The 2027 thing, I found it a little sad. I was like, I'm really excited. I want, usually they announce it at the beginning of a year and then comes out the same year.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be almost a 2-year wait because we got to still live out the rest of 2026. Then we got to go into 2027. It's probably going to come out most likely at the end of 2027.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like a 2-year wait. So I'm like, oh man. But I thought about it. I'm like, 2 years ago, for me, it was about surviving. Last year was about just getting back on my feet. And then this year is about growth and getting my career figured out and all of that stuff. And I'm like, you know what? These past 2 years, let's get the channel up. Let's start, getting higher up there so that by the time Pokemon Winds and Waves comes out, maybe we'll get sponsored. Maybe we'll, get a free copy or something or get invited out to events. Maybe we'll be one of those people.
Right.
There's somebody that I know that I was watching, a couple people actually that have only been making content for about a year, but they've just been consistently making it. And Pokemon's already been sponsoring them and bringing them to events and giving them free stuff. It's like, but I want to be one of those. So it's like, I this generation coming and me still not being like an established content creator kind of made me a little like, okay, whatever, we'll get it next time. But now they're saying end of 2027, and I realize I have almost a 2-year wait. We got some time. They gave us just a little bit more time to kind of get where we want to be at in life. My friend, on the other hand, is like, how could they do this? Because he's planning on having a kid. And so he's like, bro, like this was going to be like my final year not being a dad, most likely. He's like, it's like next year I'm not going to be able to play this. What if I have a newborn? And I'm like,
nah. Listen, it'll work out because you got a Switch. And if there was anything I learned about the Nintendo Switch, it's for is for parents,
for
specifically for dads who got the baby that lays right here. You just put the bottle right there, get the game, you all set to go.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna let him know. Hey, he was pretty bummed out. He's like, man, the timing's gonna be bad. I'm like, hey, wait. Like you said, Nintendo Switch. You could bring it on the go.
Yep. So, one last thing, and I thought this was interesting as we went through this. What do you think this is right here? This. Oh, you can't see my marker, but what do you think? So you see like all these bright
about
clouds,
that,
and there's one dark cloud, and it
Dragon.
looks like the tail of could possibly be a Gyarados. Yeah, but the body structure just seems a little bit off. Like,
yeah.
So it makes me wonder, and it's purposely put there because if you watch, it's the only cloud that actually does not move. Like all the other clouds move, except for that cloud.
That one.
So it's like, what are you trying to show me here?
Yeah.
Like, and it forms on top of that. So like, it does this like
move.
No, it doesn't move, but it forms into like almost like a Gyarados.
It looks like a Gyarados, but like you said, the body shape's a little off.
Yeah, like this, especially the back part right there where
show us.
Yeah. So I wonder if the legendary is going to have some sort of snake-like look to it.
That would be cool. I wonder if it could also no. I was gonna say it could also look like maybe on that particular island, that cloud is signaling that there's something going on there, but I don't know. Like, you know how in Legend of Zelda there were certain islands that were like really stormy, and you lost all your gear, and you had to like, it was like a survival shrine type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that signifies that there's like something special like that going on there, but then at the same time, it's not an island; it's connected to the, or maybe it is an island, but
it's still sitting.
Oh yeah, it probably is an island.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. That is interesting. I don't know what that could be.
I'm sure we can leave it up to Game Explained.
Yeah, right. IGN or Austin John Plays or something.
Yeah, but yeah, that caught my attention. It was like, wait a minute, that's not like the other clouds. What's going on with that one? So yeah, any final thoughts?
I'm excited. Final thoughts. So we got Fire Red Leaf Green today. In a week, we're gonna get Pocopia, and like a week or two later after that, we're gonna get Gale of Darkness. So and then the following month after March is gonna be Champions, and so we eating good. But
yeah,
you know, I this is gonna sound so greedy, but I see a lot of people asking the same thing. What's the later in the year game going to be? Because usually Pokemon is always releasing a game later in the year. Always. It's always in that final season, October to November. And so it's, as greedy as it sounds, I'm like, what they got cooking up? Especially, you mean to tell me like after after April for Champions, we're just not going to have Pokemon for the next almost 2 years, until the next game. So I'm thinking we got something coming up later this year. Not Winds and Waves, but I'm thinking we're getting something. Even maybe my joke in my reaction where I said Detective Pikachu 3 or I was thinking it'd be kind of cool if they did like a remake of like Pokemon Ranger or something, because that's also kind of the vibes that look like when Winds and Waves kind of doing that, like kind of like the being a ranger and being in nature and all that. I think I don't know. I feel like we'll get something at the end of this year, even if they just do Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. As we're doing more GBA games. But
agreed.
We're getting something.
I wouldn't be surprised also too. Well, I would be surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised if they allowed a third party to do something in the form of like maybe a Pokken tournament too, finally, or any kind of Pokemon Hyrule Warriors, where like that would count as their like here's our Pokemon game for the end of the year.
That's what I mean. Like some little project they got on the side. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it may not have been ready today to show off, or maybe it's not even that. Maybe because it's a third party thing, Nintendo's like, we'll show you at the Direct.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like not here, not the Pokemon Direct, because this is for Game Freak only. You know what I mean? Like, we'll take your stuff and show it as something else. But.
Well, Pokemon presents this, like, I think it's usually twice a year too. So they got another presentation coming up later in the year.
It's
so
isn't it right before E3? Well, what we would consider E3 to be.
I think so.
Like maybe the week
before
isn't June or something?
Yeah, I think it's usually like June. I think so. Either June or like
or right after
August or something.
August, September area
summer for sure. And yeah, I mean I don't recall them ever like announcing something in one of those later ones, and then the game comes out later in the year. I don't recall that ever happening, but
no.
Usually the games they announce in the February time, that's usually when that game comes out later in the year. But yeah. But you know what? Also, ZA took some time. I forgot about that because I was watching some of our N10 videos, and I remember when they first announced it, and we were doing prediction videos and all that. And I didn't realize that like almost a whole 2 years passed by after that video was released. And I'm like, oh wow, we really waited a long time for ZA.
Yep.
So
it was Project something or other. Was it Project Z? Project ZA? No. It was something before that.
I think it was like oh no. Legends Kalos, or I forgot. No. What was it? I forgot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it had the original like ZA title to it. I think we were still kind of guessing. I think the ZA came at the second trailer. We're like, oh, Pokemon ZA.
Yeah, I think a lot of us thought it was Pokemon Z because everyone was like, oh, it's a sequel to Kalos, so a lot of people were like Pokemon Z. And then especially because that's a game that we thought was coming out back in the day,
right?
But then they went into
with X and Y,
yeah. Then they went into ORAS, and it was like, oh, okay, never mind, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm excited for Champions. I know we didn't really get to talk about that. Every time seeing Champions, and we were right. We were right. That was another thing that we'll probably talk about tomorrow. But we were right about the whole Fire Red and Leaf Green, and the reason why there's no online. Is going to come to home at a later point in time, which will allow you to put it on Champions later.
Yes.
So accurate. But it's just seeing those trailers every single time gets me so hyped. I'm like, this for Pokemon is like the feeling of how I felt Yu-Gi-Oh should be in at some point. Like I need you guys to keep up with this and eventually like make holograms. I don't care if they interact with each other and you still give us the old Game Boy, real quick move, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Splurge out fire, but it doesn't actually hit. I need that. Like I need all of that.
And that's the thing when back in the day when Pokemon existed, I there was always the people trying to make points. Yu-Gi-Oh's better, Digimon's better. And it's like, a lot of, they didn't die out, but definitely Pokemon just shot past them. And, it's because I think, I don't know, not necessarily that the company's not this way, but when I look at Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm like, they were already at the top. So they felt like we're good. And they rested. Whereas Pokemon never accepted that they were the best. They just kept pushing. Yeah. And so they kept going and they passed everyone. But Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon very well had the potential to just, be on this level. They could have just kept pushing. Digimon has been doing it. They have their own like video games coming out, and it's been like doing very well. It's received very well. But Yu-Gi-Oh, like they just kind of got left behind. It was like, come on, like you said, like we have the technology now. There is nothing holding you back. Start doing all this. And so that's I feel that way about Mega Man. I'm like, come on, Mega Man was all about technology. Now we got technology. Mega Man's got to evolve.
Yeah,
like give us a whole brand new Mega Man version. Like we've had all these different Mega Mans. Give us a new one. Or I've been saying like bring back Battle Network, make a modern Battle Network game.
I wouldn't even mind another stab at a 3D Mega Man again.
Yeah, like Legends.
Put him in a big city,
Oh yeah, that too. Like just give him a full new way to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think that would be awesome.
that's how I feel about like you said everything about Yu-Gi-Oh. I agree.
Yeah.
Man, like it's all here. All the technology's here. There's nothing that's setting you back now.
Yeah.
Do it. Make something cool.
And just the fact that now they're like, one thing that I would never have thought, and like TCG is one thing, never have thought that you were going to put quote unquote Pokemon Stadium on an iPhone. You know what I mean? Like that's ridiculous. And they're like, yeah, we have an everybody battle. And that's the thing. That's kind of like the point, right? Like when you play a Pokemon game, even Kanto, Kanto, for example, and you're walking around in Kanto and you just see like this, old dad or grandpa or young kid, and they're out in the wilderness and you just start fighting them. It's like that for us. You know what I mean? Like you get to staring at somebody and they're like, you got the game. I got the game. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's just like that. And I know people will be like, nah, it's never going to happen like that. But I think unless you're too young to remember this, which really wasn't that long ago, when we played Pokemon Go for the first time, everybody was out there.
Everybody was on that.
So it's just that, but it's like now I can battle you. No excuses now. Like I see you.
Yeah.
You want this work? Come get it. So it makes me excited. And then like they even showed like the little kids sitting around in a circle and they're having this little tournament, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that's what we need.
That's exactly it.
iPads or iPhones, and they're just playing. Yeah, that's the
playing.
way to go about it.
Oh my gosh, it's such a I won't even say a brilliant idea. It was one of those ideas where we're like, I got this in my pocket the whole time. Yeah, let's go ahead and use it now. You're like, so just the fact that it's finally here. We're basically a month away from Champions and being able to slot all your Pokemon back into home so you can bring them into Champions and you can make your ultimate team to go against other people. Oh man, I'm so excited for this.
Yes. And it's what was I gonna say? Never mind, I lost mine. I was gonna say something about that. I was gonna go off of that, but then I had a conflicting thought. But I think I was gonna say something about like what's cool is that like you're bringing your Pokemon from your video game. Like you are, like it's so cool that like you can leave your Switch at home and bring your phone. Oh, this is what I was gonna say was that it's on the Switch 1 as well.
Yeah,
so that's cool because now I have my Switch 2 that stays at home because I don't want nothing happening to it. And now the Switch 1 that was like the empty husk is now going to be repurposed for battling on Champions.
Right.
That's what I'm going to be on. Anywhere I go, I'm going to bring my Switch 1 or my Switch Lite or something, and it's just going to be, oh yeah, you got the game, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so. When I think of the world championships, right, and we're talking about Champions. It's so Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that's what's so crazy is because now you can put each trainer, you can have a full field, like an actual Pokemon Stadium field, right? And you can have each trainer on each side, and they can just plug in their Switch or their phone or what have you into some sort of apparatus like in front of them. And a TV comes down and you can see one Pokemon on one side and see the other Pokemon on the other side. They're facing, so it's like a big screen TV of just like Pokemon Stadium. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be
it's gonna be so cool. I'm glad they're doing this. I feel like the battling's been a little bit of a letdown. Like when Pokemon Go happened, the battling came in way too late.
Yeah.
Like the hype was dead for 2 years before they brought in battling. It's like, what happened? Why'd you guys take so long? And then I think Live Pocket was good. I know people are really on the one for Live Pocket, but that also just I don't think it was at launch. I think that came out later.
Yeah.
For the PvP, and it was like, come on, y'all dragging on when the hype dies is when they add that feature.
Right.
This is gonna start with the battling. We're starting with battling, so I'm like,
I'm so excited.
Now, one thing I'm wondering about this is that are we transferring our Pokemon to champions, or are we letting champions link and like looking at our Pokemon Evolution did that on the Wii.
Yeah,
it wouldn't take your Pokemon from the DS. It would just read your boxes and then put them into the game.
I think that would probably be the idea, right?
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, it would be cool because like, the idea I had was like all my Pokemon who have just been, sitting there in retirement, ready to battle, like they're on standby. Like champions comes up, here come Scizor, Charizard.
Yeah, here we go.
All the OGs are gonna be flying in there, like we're ready to go.
Dust off that dust on you.
Yeah, they got the dust off them, and they're like, we're ready to battle. We've been itching for this. And I was kind of hoping that we can kind of work on them because in Champions, it's like it's got that Pokemon Showdown way to train your Pokemon now, where it's a slider, and you just slide the stats and change the nature and everything. And it's like this is what we've been needing for so long. And I was hoping that'd be kind of like permanent. Like I would hope like. Because especially like certain games change different things, like ZA. Now all of a sudden your stats should have been max HP, max attack, or special attack, and it's like, oh man, like it would be kind of cool if I could put my Blaziken into Champions. Okay, max HP, max attack, throw them in Legend ZA.
Right,
and play with it, and then once I'm done, and I need Blaziken to show up for Champions, bring them back. Okay, change it, max speed, max attack, and it's like I wish. Like, I hope there's an element of, like, changing your Pokemon stats. It's permanent.
Yeah.
Or, like, earning ribbons. I'm a big, like, in Pokemon games,
love
you can earn ribbons. You like them?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Some people don't care about them, but I like them. Like, I love achieving the ribbons because then generations later, you look back and you're like, hey, like, it's got the ribbon, the legend ribbon when we beat Trainer Red and Heart Gold and all this stuff. And it's like, it's cool looking back.
I love ribbons and nicknames. Like,
nicknames.
Something champion. Blah blah blah. Go. Like.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. The different names that they call out when they Pokemon. Yeah. Oh man, I that's what I'm hoping. I'm like, it'd be kind of cool if like Champions was almost a little hub to earn a couple ribbons for your Pokemon. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So the last piece, which is a little bit small, was they showed off like a mini pocket. Am I correct? Like it was like a Game Boy. It was like a Game Boy, and I don't know if it actually had the original red and green on it.
Oh, okay. So what that was it was a mini Game Boy like MP3 player, and there's 45 cartridges. And each cartridge is a different song, and you would just slide the cartridges out and play.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's not like you're actually playing the game. You're just listening to the music.
Yeah. I thought it was a cool idea when they showed it off. And he said 45 cartridges, and I said, "Get away from me!" What the heck?
Right.
I'm gonna have 45 cartridges laying around. That's a mess. No, no, absolutely not.
Right.
It's $70 too. It's already available. So the Lits and like Chicken Dog and a couple of the other ones, they were at the event in New York, and they already had them ready to go. $70. And a couple of them bought, but I'm just like 45 cartridges. So you basically have like a bunch of cartridges all the same, and then they just have a label on them, and you put them in. It's a different song. No way. Like I'll just have MP3s downloaded to my phone and call it that.
I'm good.
You don't need all that plastic and stuff. It's too much.
I'm sure it'll be worth something down the road, but. Nah, I don't even listen like outside of the car. I really don't even listen to music like that anyway.
Yeah.
So like to just be like, you know what, I feel like listening to Pokemon.
Yeah. Exactly. Like it's like, I'm like, all right, this is one of those like y'all just trying to squeeze any little bit of money out of us, like a pimple. Like,
yeah. Nah, I'm okay.
No, not feeling it. Like if it was just like a $50 little trinket, like little Game Boy, and it plays all the different music. Okay, I think that'd be kind of cool.
I wouldn't mind you be able to slide it out and slide it back in. Pause. Just one,
just one,
maybe two.
But
like a side A and side B if we just going back to nostalgia of the 90s.
yeah,
But 45?
45. No, nothing with that. No. So yeah, no, I'm not crazy about that one. Yeah. And I'm trying to think what else they did. They did a couple of the other things, like they did the live service games. Nothing stood out.
Yeah.
But I will say, I know a lot of people haven't tried out Pokemon Masters X.
Mhm.
That's
I'm one
a
of them.
good game. Like so it's got a story mode, and it like progresses certain characters. Like a lot of times when you're playing a mainline Pokemon game and you're like,
Mhm.
man, I feel like this character didn't get certain development. That Masters
It's that
X,
game, huh?
yeah, a lot of characters get their conclusions, and it goes pretty deep with the characters. I'm like, wow, okay. There's a chapter where Brock feels like over time he's been left behind, and like with the power creep and everything. So he goes on a whole training arc. He comes in with like a whole new suit and new Pokemon, and he's like, yeah, I wanna fight with the top trainers, you know. And it's like, it's cool.
Wow.
Like it's there's a lot of characters that get that development. Oh my gosh, that throat's drying up. But I like Masters X. It's pretty cool. There is a point though where I'm so lost. Like you gotta get really good at like the skill trees and stuff, and I'm like, it just becomes this mess of like having to earn all the little tokens to unlock stuff, and it's like, all right, I'm still losing against legendaries. I don't know how to like get better, so I kind of fell off after that. And it has the gacha element too. You gotta like, you know, that's the only thing. Yeah, you gotta like earn your gems. You know, I want to swipe for 10 characters and pray that you get a 5-star character rolling out. Trainer Red shows up.
Yeah, and he's new, right?
So yeah, so they got the OG Red coming in, like the OG artwork, and he's like a 3D model. So they market it like, come play the game and get them. Well, what they don't tell you is you're gonna have to keep swiping and
he's not free.
Trying. Yeah. Sometimes they do this, and I get super excited, and I'm devastated. Like I'm spending all my gems trying to get the characters, and I don't get them. They all of a sudden they're like, you get, and I'm like going crazy, and they're like,
Kid,
Kyla, you know, the
right.
gym leader. It's like that. Some alternate version of an Elite Four character,
right?
They're just popping up. Yeah, my Gengar will destroy you. I'm like, I don't care about this. I don't want this character. I wanted the one on the cover. So yeah, that's the only heartbreak with X. But it's a good game. Like just to pop it up, check it out, play a couple chapters, get it through the story maybe, and then call it a game. Yeah, I think it's worth checking out.
Okay. Well, other than that, I think that's all we got, ladies and gentlemen. We will be here tomorrow, I believe at 7:00. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I have anything set up for tomorrow, but we will be here for the Stormcast tomorrow at 7:00, where we will get some of the other fellas their opinions on this Pokemon Presents. With that being said, shout outs to Geronimo. He is sick, so he will not be in the building tomorrow, so we'll have prayers up for him tomorrow before we start the show. And other than that, that's all we got. All right, everybody, thank you guys for coming through and checking with us on our raw take of the Pokemon Presents.